Good afternoon, guys. Already sweating today. I just unloaded a big pile of wood behind me there. So taking a little break from the electrical. I am still working on the electrical. I'll do a quick update of what I've got done so far. But what this video is going to be is I'm going to start framing out the office area. So that's like about $500 worth of wood. Bunch of 2x6s, 2x4s. So what I'm going to be focusing on is getting the front wall, which is the south facing wall, will have the small window in it. The back wall, which is the big 2x6 wall, will also have a window in it. And then the wall that's going to be against the storage area. Oh yeah, I got some decorations up too. So anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and let's get to work. All right, so just for a quick update, we'll start outside. I have siding that I have put up and obviously painted. I put in a ledger board, if you can see, going here. That is going to be basically where the rail is going to go for my barn door. So there will be a big rail that's going to go on here for the barn door to slide open. Over on this side, I painted a little further, but what I'm getting ready to do is actually put the siding up here, finish off this house wrap that's up there, and then I have 2 more sheets of siding, so I'm going to do the next 2 sheets here. And then I'm also going to get these cut finally. I borrowed an extension ladder, so I'll get those purlins cut, and I'll get my fascia boards put up on this side. And then going in, as you can see, I started putting up some of my metal signs and other decorations, license plates, whatnot. I did get my LED lights, and I installed one light. Oh, yeah, so bright. So basically these LED lights are 6 feet long. They can plug into each other, as you can see, like you see the little joints there. And then it goes to a plug right there. So as I said, I have been continuing on the wiring. I have the plugs up here for all the lights are terminated and done. And obviously there's power going to them. You saw in the last video, I had the big power cord coming from the house. So that's what everything is plugged into now. Of course, I have my lights over here. So I have these lights here. I have the uplighting up there, if you can see. So there's basically a 6-foot light sitting there, a 6-foot light over here. And then I have pretty much the grinding room is wired, that was in the last video. It's all ready for plugs. I actually have all the plugs and switches. For that, I'm going with all 20 amp stuff. So this is all heavy duty 20 amp switches, 20 amp outlets. So that's going to be what's going to be going into the grinder room, because that is where some of the biggest draw stuff is going to be. The 2x72 grinder, my radius grinder, they all have big motors on them. So, when they have the turn on, it's a big draw initially, and then it lowers down. I also have some of the metal up on the wall here. So this is basically going to be what the finished wall is going to look like. This is the same metal that's on my roof, same pattern, just a different color. So I need to get one more piece so I can finish out this wall. There will be trim here, it's going to go all the way around. And then same over here is going to end up being trim. And then of course all of this is going to end up being pallet wood. But that's down the road. So what I'm going to be focusing on, like I said, is I want to get the rest of the house wrap up here. I want to get those purlins cut, get that fascia on the side, and then get the next 2 pieces of siding put up on the outside there. I only have 2 pieces right now, which are in the room there. So I want to get those used and get them up. And then it's going to be building the wall that's basically above the roof right here. So that wall is only going to end up being about 3 feet taller than what it already is. So that inside, well, I'll just walk up here. So basically this inside wall is going to be 8 feet. So it's already 5 feet, so it's basically just going to go about another 3 feet. There's going to be a 2 foot by 4 foot window in there, centered, basically above where my desk is going to be. And then the other wall I'm going to focus on is going to be this 2 by 6 wall here. If I go to ultra wide. So 2 by 6 wall here, it'll end up being, I don't know, 9 or 10 feet maybe total. Whatever it needs to be to have the same roof line. So basically what I'll do is when I build this wall, I'll measure from the top of the rafter to the top of the wall, and then this wall will just be the same from the top of the rafter to the top of the wall, so it'll be identical. Oh, Jerry. Okay. Better run. I'm walking this way. All right, so here's my progress so far. I got the next piece of fascia up, and that was pretty tricky even with this extension ladder. And then as you can see, I have the first 3 pieces of siding up that are, basically going to the roof line. And then there will be a piece of trim that runs horizontally where this break is. So that'll be covered up. So I have only 1 piece left. So I'm gonna actually do the back side here. And then this piece, once I get a new piece, I'll just be able to fit it in. So first I have to get some house wrap up there though and get that taken care of. What is this skull? All right, so I'm starting to do the layout for this front wall, which will basically be the wall that goes right here. This is going to be, I guess, kind of a hip wall. It's only going to end up being about 3 feet tall, because for me to make this an 8-foot wall inside the office, which right now the wall that's in there is 5 feet, basically going up above to where the roof is. It's only going a couple inches above the roof. So basically there will be a bottom plate, some very short cripples, and then the window frame, and then header, and then a top plate. So this is kind of what the layout's going to be. I have all my marks on here, and there will be one more in here. So basically my header, I'm just going to do a 2x4 header like this, but there will be 4 pieces obviously. That'll be my header. Then there will be a top plate on top of that will run the whole length of what this wall is going to be. And then on the bottom there is going to be, it's going to be tiny. By the time the bottom window sill plate is going to be in there, the cripples in there are going to literally be like 1 inch to 2 inches maximum. Basically what the distance is of the flashing of the window. And then there's about a 1/2 inch over for this to be 36 inches. So yeah. So I'm going to start laying this out. All right, so this part is done. One issue is that I cannot fit this up the stairs. So now that all this is like closed in, this is not going to fit up there. So what I'm going to have to do is to carry it around the back of the building, and I'll take it to where, that wall hasn't been installed yet, and I'll just lift it up that way. The other thing is I kind of have to get this one done and put in place, and then work on building the back wall. Oh yeah, you guys see my new monkey? That's the don't give a shit monkey. Anyway, like I was saying, I'll have to build up the back wall up in the office space, which is going to be kind of tricky because I don't have flat space enough to actually build the wall. I think I'll have to see. And then I'm going to have to kind of wait till I get both sides done. I'm going to have to completely pull the tarp off, or at least pull the tarp off of the office space area, get this set up, and then get the tarp back over it temporarily until I can start working on the roof section. Okay, well, I guess no time like the present, huh? So I started pulling the tarp off, and then all of the piping and everything that was up here. As you can see, I got a little bit more to go. It's a nice sunny day today. We have been getting a lot of rain lately. So we have been getting quite a bit of rain lately. Our winter, I think, finally hit. So the last 3 weeks or so, it's been not raining every day, but almost every day, which is good because it was really a late winter, I guess, because we had all through the end of January or the end of December, even through most of January, was like really nice weather, which is not very common this time of year. So anyway, I'm going to finish getting this cleared up, and then I'm going to throw this wall up. Yeah. All right, well, that was quick and easy. And this window probably seems kind of high, but this is going to be my desk, and then there's going to be a computer monitor here. So this window is more just to let natural light in, not really for viewing. But I mean, it's right about 5 feet, so I can still, walk up here, and this is pretty much my view, minus, the tarp. Although when the desk is here, I won't really be able to stand right next to the wall anyway, so that's fine. It's just for a cross breeze and lighting. And then eventually there's going to be a big window here, so have a nice view of the property in the back, which is super overgrown now. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't do anything for 6 months. It just starts returning back to the forest. So now I got to get started on this wall over here. This is all on widescreen. If it looks like, whoa, see how long my arm is? Fisheye. So what's going to happen on this wall is I'm going to, there's this pony wall here, and this was going to be the original height of my roof before. And then I ended up building this hip wall up and then raising the roof line up 2 feet. So this is where the original office wall was going to be. I bumped it out another couple feet. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to build a wall section here that will be the full height, and then it'll just line up with the boards here. And then this whole wall section, oh, hi Skull. Oh gosh, and the little one too. Go lay down, boys. So this whole section will be, one solid wall, and it actually tucks behind this wall so that everything will end up locking in together. And then there will be a large window here too. These windows I'm going to end up placing about 4 feet, which is going to be in line with this little dividing wall here that comes up by the stairs. So that window on that side will be at the same level as this, so as I look across, it's not obstructed. I can see out the window fully. And then this one will be the same, just so that it's uniform. And then this wall over here, I'm actually going to end up putting a pocket door in here. So I was going to get started on this wall, and then I was thinking about it later. I have to actually go get the pocket door kit. So this is going to be a pocket door that's going to open this way. So the wall will come out here. It's going to be a 24-inch pocket door kit. So a 24-inch door, essentially. It'll slide into the wall, give me a 24-inch opening. There's no hinges or anything like that, door in the way, so it'll be nice. Of course, this is going to be lower. The door itself will go about as high as, right up here. 80 inches, I think, is what the door is. So still will have to duck, but that's the height of all the rafters in there. So just have to be aware of that when I walk in. So yes, pocket door over here. And I'm going to get started on doing this wall, and then I'm going to have to rearrange all the tarp. So basically rotate it 90 degrees so that the long direction of the tarp is going this way now. Yeah, a lot of talking. All right, so here's the piece that is going to go here. It ended up being about 6 feet tall, 6 feet and 5/8. So the way that I figured that out, I basically measured from the top of here to the top of the ridge beam, or of the rafter, and it was 39.5 inches. So basically what I did over here, I did the same thing. I measured from here to here, and then I added 39.5 inches to that, and it came out to 72 5/8. So that will be the height of the wall. Of course, this is up higher, so this wall here is going to end up being probably about 9 feet to match up with this wall. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this one in place. All right, so that little piece is up. I put one board up there. That's just more for bracing. That's not gonna be the actual roof. So, because obviously it's on the outside of the wall instead of on top. I just wanted to do that so that I can make sure that these are level, or plumb, I guess it is. So now I'm gonna get started on this wall here now that I know my height. And this one's gonna be kind of difficult, so I may just come back after I get it, just because I'm not sure how I'm gonna build it. I'll have to partially build it up here, I guess, and then maybe do the top after or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out though. All right, so I have everything cut. This is gonna be a big wall. So I'm gonna have to assemble it up there. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is kind of leaning it against the wall that I just put up, kind of at a 45, and then I will, oh, hi boys. So I think I'm going to lean it up against the wall that I just built, kind of at a 45, and I'll nail in all the tops from the other side of the wall, I guess, if that makes sense. This is going to be where my window is. Obviously, this is not spaced out right. This is going to be the board that the window sits on, so it'll be on top of these cripples. And then there will be a board there. That'll be above the window. Then there will be cripples on the top. Well, there will be a header, then cripples, then the top board. I haven't built the header yet because I'm going to put that in after I put the wall up, because that's just extra weight that I don't need to worry about right now. So I'm going to try and get this situated up there, and then if this works how I'm hoping, once it's nailed together, I should be able to just lean it up into place and then secure it. So we'll see if that happens. Okay, well, that was frustrating and sketchy. And if you're paying attention at the end of the time lapse, you saw that it fell. So let me get this on widescreen so you can kind of get a better look. So it's not screwed in, secured yet. I just have it clamped up. Pretty much everything's in place. I have to make the header, and I have to make the top cripples. I don't know if that's the right name for them. I know cripples and then cripples. I think it's the same. Anyway, so yeah, I just got to make the header. So that's basically going to be the bottom of the window. And I had a viewer a while back comment about me not doing the windows correctly, because I basically just put a piece across and then put the window on, and there was no cripple, but it was for a small little window. So I just want you to see, if you're watching again, that I'm doing it correctly on the big windows. So I'm about to wrap it up for tonight. I got to get this covered, and then I'll pick back up tomorrow. All right, so both of these walls are done now. Let me go to ultra wide so it kind of shows a little better. So both of these walls are done. Basically the south wall, north wall, roughly. And then of course it will get another top cap on there, second top cap. So yeah, so this is pretty much done for now. And I think I'm probably about ready to wrap up this video. I'll probably do a quick update on the electrical, but yeah, that's going to be it for the office so far. Like I said, the next, of course, I got to do this wall over here and then the wall behind me here, but I have to wait till I get the pocket door kit and all that. In the meantime, I will, get house wrap on this section, probably install that window. Same on the front, I'll probably do house wrap and install this window, just so it's another thing done. All right, so just a quick catch up on electrical. I have all the outlets on this wall done. Excuse me. There's an outlet in that corner too behind the ladder, can't really see it. The one up there that's gonna be for the vent fan. I got this light installed. So all those outlets are done. The other thing I wanted to show real quick was the grinder room. All the outlets in here are all done. Switches are all done. And again, this is all 20 amp stuff. The outlet up there and the light is installed. This one might be a little premature since there's no roof, but yeah, so all that electrical is done. Now that I'm starting to get some walls up in the office, I can start figuring out how I'm going to be routing that power up there, as well as the CNC room. I did get a couple of the outlets mounted. That one's going to be for the CNC someday that I get. I keep saying that, but just another dream, I guess. But that's about it for the electrical. I still have to get one small piece of plywood to finish that out, and then of course there will be insulation in there. Still need to get siding, but of course I still need siding all the way around. But that's pretty much it, where everything's at. Oh, and a couple other things that I kind of got ahead of myself, I guess. I will be installing a I guess it's a generator switch box on the outside of the wall right here. And then that will get wired in because that's what I'm going to be using to power the shop in the meantime until I can afford to put solar on here. So I'll be running off the generator for most of the big stuff. I will have this power cord coming in here to have a few things powered all the time, which will be the Wi-Fi antenna, and then also there will be a security camera in here that I want to have powered all the time. Another thing is for my plumbing, I did get the hose bib mounted out here. See right there, and it's coming through the wall right there. So I'm going to need to get some valve and a manifold, I guess, or I guess probably just a T would work. What I will end up doing is I'm going to route this plumbing up the wall over here, and then it's probably going to come down in this narrow bay right here, and then I'm going to have like a shop sink right there, and then it's just going to drain out into the into land. So it'll be like a gray water disposal or a gray water drain. I'm not going to dump anything in there, that's mostly going to be for washing my hands. When I'm doing, sanding on knives and I need water, hand sanding the blades and the handles and whatnot. I use water, when I'm doing that, but mostly it's just going to be for washing hands and, if I need water for anything. So I'll have to open this wall back up and remove that insulation and then get that stuff installed. It's just going to be like one of those plastic sinks that you screw to the wall, like a garage sink or a laundry sink, I guess they call them. Yeah, so those are other things that need to get done. I need to get the fan ordered for that, which is not a big rush. I mean, until power's on, you know. So that's going to wrap up this video, guys. Just some more progress on the shop, little odds and ends, getting things finished up. I don't think that I'll do another electrical video. Maybe when I get the actual circuit breaker panel, I'll do a video on that of just getting everything hooked up and then getting the, you know, the generator switch plug. Yeah, I'll probably do a video on that because that's enough that it would actually be a good video. Anyway, down the road. So I just want to say thanks as always for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe and I will see you guys on the next video. Aloha.